We're not going to go into depth the way that I would genuinely like to, like actually choosing a strategy and bringing it to life. We actually, I've been so inspired. I feel so embarrassed because I'm like, no more workshops. And then I'm like going through this with y'all and I'm like, ooh, I could help them build their strategy out. Like we could do a workshop on that. I think they would value that. I can help them. There are people who probably need this. I believe Tamika and I were on the same page. So I did a workshop to kind of lay a portion of the foundations down to get them up to this certain point. And then y'all need something to do afterwards, right? Like now that you all have you've gotten this far, you're going to need to now be able to start having conversations and to be able to bring those conversations to life, utilizing the strategic initiatives that you're going to decide on here today, or at least a portion of them, right? So it's kind of like those are the next phases for you, at least at this point. You're going to choose your strategic initiatives. What strategies are you going to focus on implementing immediately? You're going to choose the strategic initiatives under those strategies. I don't know why his nose was under those strategies. And then from there, not today, but from there is to start implementing, like creating and implementing the strategies that you chose today. So I created a workshop for that to help you with that. Okay. And then after you implement it, you're going to need to know how to present it so that you can take that conversation and turn that conversation into an appointment, because that's ultimately what you're looking to do. You're looking to meet people, whether it be your client or a potential client or a potential candidate. Your job is to get them on your calendar and scheduling an appointment to have a conversation, because you're not going to be able to support them without actually talking to them. You've got to get into your industry, into your community, start communicating, start asking questions, start schmoozing, start learning. Like, this is your job. This is what you're supposed to be doing. So right now, you're just laying the foundation for that. Right now, you're laying the foundation. You're saying, okay, what can I talk about? Because when you get in front of these people, you want to be able to stand strong. You want to be able to be confident. You want to be able to show up as someone that, that is, reputable, right? It's a real organization. I'm the real CEO. You're the CEO, just like Mark Zuckerberg's CEO. And that's the mindset that I hope this workshop has really gotten you into. You are now able to talk about your business in a totally different way. And I don't care if you're working a day job or not, that's temporary. That's where you are in this moment so that you can get to the next moment. You're laying down the foundation to get to the next moment. I'm like obsessed with something I heard yesterday. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. I texted in my phone, but I was listening to one of those guys react to different things. And he was at one of the colleges, and, right now it's political season, right? And he's at the college and he's talking to these young people about voting and different things like that. And one of the guys was pushing back on him, saying something about whatever it is, it doesn't matter to us right here. But what matters is what he said back to the guy. He said, you have to, and he said, you have to create debt, good debt, in order to invest in yourself. He said, creating good debt to invest in yourself is what successful people do.
This should be an investment into your future.
Right.
Anybody that know anything about making money knows that you have to invest to get to the next step. You may be in debt to make an investment to get to the next step. So if you do this properly, this is a debt investment to make more money in the future.
Because in the beginning, everything ain't gonna be working right. And I totally knew what he was talking about. I was like, come on with it. Come on with it. That's what I'm talking about. I knew exactly what he was talking about. Like in the beginning, you working hard. You don't have a lot of money. He's like, you just getting out of college. You trying to figure your way out. You trying to get your hands wet, learn your skills, whatever. He didn't go in that far, but that's essentially what he was saying. And he was letting them know that, like, in the beginning, that's what the Zuckerbergs and them did. They started in their dorm room. They didn't have a lot. Now they do. Now they have these things, but they had to create debt. Right. And whether that debt is your time, whether that debt is your finances, whether that debt is like whatever it is, you've got to invest something that's going to be a sacrifice for you now in order for you to see the outcome that you want. I'm so obsessed with this thought process. Oh my gosh. Y'all should see my videos. Like, I'm talking about this stuff all the time. And I just feel like right now, the work that you're doing, the foundational work that you're doing is the debt that you're putting in. You understand what I'm saying? This time coming to these workshops on a Sunday, on a Saturday, staying 8, 10 hours, this debt you're creating, you know, in your time when you could be doing something else, you could be whatever, but you're here investing in your future. And that's very important. So this foundational stuff is great. Now we're going to go in and choose our stuff. Then